Leonard.
Sure.
UK DJ.
Oh, I'm very familiar. Hey, Leonard, how you doing?
That didn't sound ominous at all.
Hey, man, I've been seeing you comment on our Facebook and socials since like day one. I'm doing my job.
I've been doing my job.
I know who you are.
Excellent. Excellent. So this is the big coming out party for Comic-Con On Demand. Certainly is a full physical presence. How's it gone? I mean, certainly it's like the first week to make an impression on people. It's
been amazing, honestly. I mean, everyone has been coming here and having such a positive experience of what it means to be a member of the Comic-Con community. We have everyone from people who've been attending back in the 70s, that was part of the original club before it even began, to kids who are just doing original art on our doodle wall or taking pictures with their Instagram, and just the fact that from day one we're already starting to feel like the multi-generational community that we are and hope to become. I couldn't ask for a better response on that.
Fantastic. I mean, certainly when it comes to that that community that I know that you're wanting to definitely get up and running when it comes to Comic-Con On Demand and being part of that. I mean, what's going to be on the cards when it comes to Comic-Con On Demand? I know that a forum was possibly touted. Is what's on the cards for the future?
Well, Comic-Con HQ, it's one of those things where we really believe that the community has to be a big part of who we are, that we don't just want to be a platform that you go to in order to watch video on a screen. We want that platform to be one of the many ways that Comic-Con becomes a bigger part of your everyday life. And so we're looking at social media, we're looking at a lot of real-world events, we're looking even at our title sponsorship for something like Free Comic Book Day, to really find a way to be an active member of the community and make one-to-one relationships with our audience, because we want them to know that we're invested in this as much as they are, that we care as much as they do. And so if it's being on Facebook, if it's being wildly active on Reddit and Wikia, if it's finding ways where we could really just be a part of the everyday conversation around pop culture, we feel like that's just such an innate part of what it means to be a part of Comic-Con, to not just be breaking news, but really just be the place where you go to talk about what you love and share it with people who understand and appreciate you the most.
Excellent. You're talking about this being very much a 365 a day, a whole year-round event. You've got programming that's already slated, and that's all ready to go. When you do go live, are you looking at getting that programming rolling, sort of like going over the year and covering over the sort of like the 12 months in between cons and in between WonderCon and San Diego?
Oh, definitely. That this is supposed to be an experience, a destination that has everyday value. And so, sure, because of our relationship with Comic-Con International, when WonderCon happens, when San Diego Comic-Con happens, you're going to see unparalleled coverage of that event, seeing not just the panels, but the outdoor activations, even things that normal attendees don't get to see, like the Masquerade Ball, the Eisner Awards. Try to have as comprehensive of coverage as possible so that people can curate their own Comic-Con experience during those 5 days. But for the rest of the year, we really believe that Comic-Con has become such a massive experience, such a massive community, it shouldn't be contained within the walls of any convention hall. And so you can go to our platform, you can go to our social media, you can go to our real-world events we'll have all throughout the year and find ways to experience new content, have our daily entertainment news shows with people like Kevin Pryor and Adam Sessler and Collider, all these reasons to come to our platform, go to social media, and just talk about it and be a part of that experience. That every day I go on social media, I go to my friends because there's something new that I want to be excited about. There's something new that I want to discover and make my next fandom. And we want Comic-Con to be one of those destinations to fit into that daily routine.
Cool. Now, obviously, a lot of people have been asking about the coverage at San Diego Comic-Con and indeed at WonderCon when it comes to panels. Now, obviously, we do know that you're not going to be doing anything like live streaming, but people are going to want to see the content that you're curating at those. What's the kind of, do you have an idea of the time frame as to when stuff will go online from the San Diego Comic-Con content?
Well, first off, I want to be clear that we actually are going to live stream programming during San Diego Comic-Con, but it will be original programming exclusive to Comic-Con HQ. Right. So we'll have a live stage at Hinton. Exactly. And so we'll have a live open air stage that will be live streaming 6 hours or more every single day. And people can come and it's free to the public and they can just hang out and see original content for them. Outside of that, we're working with every panel host, not just the big ones that you'd expect, but the smaller rooms that never get the coverage they rightfully deserve, and try to find ways to figure out when is the best time to put it on our platform and share it with the rest of the people. But to be honest, I've been on those lines for Ballroom 20 and Hall H. I took pride in waiting all those hours to be there and be first in line and be a part of that. It's a meaningful experience. And so we don't want to take away from that. But then once that incredible experience has happened, we then want to take that footage and share it with the rest of the world so that they can be a part of it too.
Excellent. Now, when it comes to the actual stuff that you've got on the slate so far, obviously some major names being announced, and it's really exciting to see who you've announced so far. Do you have an idea of kind of like a percentage of how much is locked so far and how much more we got to see coming down the line?
Oh, there is much more to share, my friend. That we are going to be rolling out announcements straight up through. We'll have more to share around Free Comic Book Day, which is May 7th. We're the title sponsor of that event. Then we'll have more to say somewhere around mid to late June when the public will start to get more access to the platform. And then definitely at San Diego Comic-Con, you'll hear more news then. We want this to be an ever-evolving platform, and that's why we're doing a beta release, so that we can already start that exchange with our community, ask them what they want to see what they're interested in, have that exchange, because we really believe that that open mic in the center aisle at Comic-Con is such a crucial element that makes Comic-Con as relevant and important and authentic as it is. And so we want to turn on that mic as soon as possible and start hearing those responses from the community so that we can continue to grow with them in days to come.
Cool. I mean, what's the kind of questions that have been asked by the people that have come on the booths? What's been the highlights of people coming up and talking to you?
Oh, man. Honestly, the highlights have just been just seeing the emotional response of walking up and going, wow, I've been dreaming of having this kind of access since I was a kid. That everybody wants to go to Comic-Con. Everybody wants to be a part of that experience. Even the ones who get to go, there's always that element of choice of like, well, if I see this panel, then I miss this other panel. If I go to this activation, then I miss this other attraction. The idea that Comic-Con HQ can take away that element of sacrifice where you can have as much of a Comic-Con experience as you like, it's striking a deep chord with people across all ages. And I really feel like the accessibility to not just those 5 days, but the idea that you can be surrounded by so many people like you who care about the things you do every day of the year. I think that's going to be an amazing opportunity, and we're incredibly excited to see the positive role we can play in their lives.
Excellent. I mean, I think the one thing for myself, it's the fact that we obviously get that contact high of those 5 days in San Diego. And Comic-Con HQ is going to allow us to kind of keep getting our fix, certainly once we've got on the plane and left San Diego behind. And I'm really excited to see what HQ is going to do. Thank you so much indeed for your time, Joe. I've really appreciated
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're incredibly excited that you came around. So please keep in touch. We'd love to keep on hanging out and having these kind of conversations as things unfold.
Excellent. Well, I'd love to keep talking to you. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed, Joe. Have the rest of a great WonderCon, sir.
Thank you so much. Take it easy.
Okay. Excellent stuff.